Okay, so in the previous class we have studied about Oersted experiment. Okay, and we have observed his different experiment when the compass is kept below the wire, when the compass is kept above the wire. These all things we have studied in the previous class. Okay, after that I have mentioned you all regarding magnetic field patterns produced by current carrying conductor having different shapes. Okay, different shapes we have to take it, and we have to find out how we can find the patterns of the magnetic field when we take different conductors. So which are those different conductors? A straight conductor is one type, that is straight conductor carrying current, then a circular loop carrying current, and a solenoid carrying current. Children, this straight conductor and circular loop is there in your portion, and the third one, a solenoid, they have deleted. Okay, so this third one they have deleted for this year. So as you have mentioned in a previous class, that file they have sent it, this third one is deleted, but even though in short I will explain. So first and second is important for your exam point of view. So first one is a straight conductor or a straight wire carrying current. How the pattern looks like, we will study about that today. Okay, so here magnetic field pattern due to straight current carrying conductor. So what it says, the magnetic field lines around a straight conductor or straight wire carrying current are concentric circles whose center lies on the wire. Okay, you can see this picture, you can observe this picture. In this, if you observe carefully, one straight conductor is taken there. Okay, the straight conductor is connected to a wire. You can see this is a straight conductor. Okay, one straight wire is connected to the wire, and then here battery is connected, and also here one cardboard is taken. So this wire is inserted through the center of the cardboard. So we have to see this experiment, how he has performed the experiment and how he got, how they will take the pattern, that we have to observe in this. Okay, so what we can observe in this, there one experiment is conducted. What it means, when a current is passed through a conducting wire, whenever the current is passed through a conducting wire, a magnetic field is produced around it. This already we have studied. When a current is passed through any conducting wire, magnetic field is produced around it. This we know very well. So now we'll see how the magnetic field pattern takes place here. For this one experiment we have to perform. What you need to do it here, take a sheet of smooth cardboard. We have taken here a sheet of smooth cardboard with a hole at its center. There is a hole at its center. Place it horizontally and pass a thick copper wire. So it is placed horizontally, and what we have passed one wire, copper wire, that is AB copper wire, vertically through the hole. This wire is vertical through the hole of the cardboard. Okay, then what we have to do it here, here it is, I have not mentioned any ammeter and rheostat and all, but in your textbook it is given. What it is given, if you observe in the textbook, it is again here they have connected ammeter as well in a textbook, and key is there and rheostat is there. Okay, battery is there. These all things are mentioned in the textbook. So what we have to do it, take a sheet of smooth cardboard with a hole at its center, place it horizontally and pass a thick copper wire. And what we have to do, we have to sprinkle some iron filings. Okay, some small iron filings we have to sprinkle on a cardboard and pass an electric current through the wire. Once we sprinkle the iron filings on a cardboard, we have to close this key. When a key is closed, current will starts flowing, charges will start flowing. When the current starts flowing, what happens, the sprinkling iron filings take some pattern. So that pattern is arranged in a circular loop. What happens when we sprinkle it? What happens? They automatically themselves aligns in a circular loop. You can observe here, it is a circular loop is there. Okay. So what happens? It is observed that ion filings get arranged along the concentric circle. You know the meaning of concentric circle. What is the meaning of concentric circle? Can you explain me? Can you tell me here? What is concentric circle? Why it is mentioned? It is a concentric
Circles having same center.
same center and many circles. So it is mentioned as concentric circle. Correct. Good. So you can find here the ion filings arrange themselves along the concentric circle around the wire. Okay. So what we have observed when we conducted this experiment? First observation, what we have observed it? The magnetic field lines from the concentric circles around the wire. First observation is the magnetic field lines forms the concentric circle around the wire. That is our first observation. Okay. Next, what is the second observation? When the direction of current in the wire is reversed. If we reverse the direction of current, what we have to do now? If plus is here and minus is here, if we reverse it, if I'll take this plus this side and minus this side, what the observation will be, that we have to tell here. When the direction of current in the wire is reversed, the pattern of ion filings does not change. If you reverse the current, this pattern will not change. The concentric circle pattern will be as it is. Okay. But what happens here? But direction of, yes.
Ma'am, means whatever that ion fillings are forming that circular this, that won't change.
Yeah, that will not change. It will be as it is. That
Okay.
concentric circle, what pattern is there? No, magnetic field, it will not change if you reverse the current as well. But there is one point here. What happens? This magnetic compass you can observe here. That magnetic compass, the direction of deflection of the compass needle gets reversed. What happens here? Only change you can find. The needle is here in the magnetic compass, that will change it. So clear about the second observation?
Direction of magnetic fields will change or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Magnetic field pattern will be as it is.
But their
I'm saying
direction
about
of magnetic field lines,
yes.
that it will change, no ma'am?
Hello. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Pattern will be same, ma'am. But direction of magnetic field lines, it will be same or no?
See what they have given in the second point. You can see here. You're saying that the direction of magnetic field lines, you're saying that you will understand when you study about the right hand thumb rule. We will study that later. Just first two observations you have to know it first. Three observations. First observation, what you have observed here, the magnetic field lines forms the concentric circle. That is your first observation. Any doubt in the first observation? The magnetic field lines forms the concentric circle around the wire. That is your first observation. Second observation, when the direction of current in a wire is reversed, the pattern of ion filings does not change. I am saying the pattern of ion filings does not change, but the deflection you can find it in a compass, magnetic compass. That is your second observation. Okay. What is the third observation? If you increase the current in a wire, the magnetic field lines becomes denser. The magnetic field lines what becomes denser, and ion filings gets arranged in a circles up to a large distance. For example, if they are now here only, if the current is increased more, two more circles you can find around the current carrying conductor. These are the three observations. So any doubt in these three observations?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt in the three observations?
No, ma'am.
What Vijay was telling, that whether the change in the magnetic field will be there, you will understand in right hand thumb rule. If we change the direction of current, it will change later on, that you will understand later on, but you should know first what three observations you have seen here. So first observation, magnetic field lines forms the concentric circle around the wire. Second one, when the direction of current in the wire is reversed, the pattern of ion filings does not change. Pattern of ion filings does not change, but the deflection you can find out in the magnetic field. Okay, and there will be change in the direction of magnetic field, but that you will understand in a right hand thumb rule. Okay, and the third one is when you increase the current in a wire, automatically the field lines becomes denser, and you can see that ion filings may arrange again 2 more circles around the current carrying conductor. So these observation you can find out here when we are performing this activity. Okay, can we move to the next one now? We can move to the right hand thumb rules now. Any doubt
Yes,
here?
ma'am.
Okay. So the next one is direction of magnetic field. So we should know now what are the direction of magnetic field. That is a right hand thumb rule. I am not mentioning Fleming's right hand or Fleming's left hand. Just I am mentioning that it is a right hand thumb rule. Okay, don't get confused. So what right hand thumb rule says, according to this rule, if a current carrying conductor is held in the right hand such that the thumb of the hand represents the direction of current flow, then the direction of folding fingers will represent the direction of magnetic lines of force. So you should know this, you should read this statement clearly, carefully, so that you can understand. So let me tell you with one example now. I can take here. Just a minute. Okay, so can you see me here? My video, you can see me, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So according to this rule, if a current carrying conductor is held in the right hand, this is my right hand, maybe this is a current carrying conductor wire is there. Okay, I am taking this mobile as a current carrying conductor. Okay, so what I have to do it, for example, I am holding like this way. This is very thick one. See now, you can observe, you can see my hand, and this is the current carrying conductor. Just mobile, you just think it as a current carrying conductor. Okay, so according to this rule, if a current carrying conductor is held in the right hand such that thumb of the hand represent the direction of current flow. Thumb of the hand represents the direction of current flow. So where it is? It is showing upward direction. The current is flowing upward direction. Are you observing here? Yes or no? Current is flowing upward direction because thumb represents the current flow. Okay. Then the direction of folding fingers. Where the direction is? It is clockwise or anti-clockwise? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? Don't see from your side. It is clockwise or anti-clockwise? Just hold any conductor in your hand and just find out. Just see here. You can see here, no? You can see this picture. This thumb represents the current flow upward direction. And the wires, the fingers, curled fingers shows the direction of the magnetic field. So from which side you can see there? It is clockwise or anti-clockwise? What you can observe here? Can you answer me? Clockwise how? You can see here. See the picture.
Clockwise.
Clockwise means how? This side, no? Right side. Clockwise. Anti-clockwise is left side, no? So it is, you can see here.
Clockwise, ma'am.
It's going like this way. It's moving like this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where is the direction of the finger? How it is going? This side, no?
Anti-clockwise, ma'am.
Not clockwise, anti-clockwise. So according to this rule, if a current carrying conductor is held in the right hand such that the thumb of the hand represents the direction of current flowing, then the direction of folding fingers will represent the direction of magnetic lines of a force. So now this side, you can see the current flowing upward direction, and you can see this arrow mark. That means it is flowing anti-clockwise. So direction is like this way. Okay. And if the current is flowing downward direction, you can observe here this. If the current is flowing downward direction, what you can observe? If the current is flowing downward direction, you can see it is changed. The pattern, magnetic field lines direction is this side, clockwise direction. So clear about this? Any doubt here? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt? Okay, so can we go for the next one? Can we go for the next? So clear about the right hand thumb rule? So what you have to mention in a right hand thumb rule? According to this rule, if according to this rule, if the current carrying wire, if you hold in your right hand, thumb represents the current flowing and the directions of folding fingers will represent the direction of magnetic field lines of a force. Okay. So the next one, we'll move to the next. Okay. So here one more rule is there. This is not much important, but even though I will explain it in a short, Maxwell's corkscrew rule. Okay. So what you have to do here, imagine driving a corkscrew in the direction of current. Okay. Then the direction in which we turn its handle in the direction of magnetic field. So what it is, I think this is one of the object it is taken here. It is named as corkscrew. If you take this corkscrew and if you fix it, in which direction you're just move up holding things, that direction is it shows you the direction of magnetic field, and you can see here the current is moving downward. Okay, and you can see here the direction of magnetic field lines, it is clockwise. You can see this arrow marks. So this is one more observation is done by Maxwell. Okay, if you take a water bottle, plastic water bottle, in which side you will tight that lid of that water bottle, that is magnetic field lines. Wherever you're tightening it up, that is magnetic field lines direction, and the downward direction where it is shown, it is the direction of current. Okay, so this one more Maxwell's corkscrew rule is done by Maxwell. Okay, now we'll come to the next one, that is magnetic field pattern due to circular loop carrying current. So first one we have studied about the state. Okay, we have studied about the state, magnetic field and field lines due to current in a straight wire we have studied. Any doubt in a straight wire? What observation we have done it? What
No, ma'am, no doubt.
observations we have done? Yes? Any doubt in first one, in a straight current carrying wire?
No, ma'am.
Two things you have to observe. Okay. Two things you have to observe. If the current is flowing upward direction, the direction of the magnetic field line is anti-clockwise. And if the current is flowing downward direction, then the direction of magnetic field lines is from clockwise. So these two things were observed in the previous case. Now we will study about magnetic field pattern due to a circular loop carrying current. This is also same way. If you take that straight conductor and if you form it in a ring type, you just bend it and form in a ring way. Okay, if straight wire if you have taken, you just have to bend it in a circular form. So you can see here a straight wire only is taken and it is bended in the form of a circular loop. So now we have to observe, if we take this circular loop, something different pattern we can find or no, that we have to find out here. That experiment we have to do it here. So what it is mentioned here, it has been found that the magnetic effect of a current increases if instead of using a straight wire, the wire is converted into a circular loop. So first observation, what we can observe, it has been found that the magnetic effect of current increases. So magnetic effect of current is increases if instead of using a straight wire, if we are using the circular loop, we can find out here the magnetic effect is more. Okay. So same experiment we can do it here also. So for this also what we have to do, take a piece of thick wire, okay, bend it in the form of a loop or in a coil. It passes at a 2 points. It passes, this coil will passes at a 2 point. One is this point, if you consider this point as a P, and one more is Q point. Okay, it passes at 2 points, that is P and Q, through a horizontal cardboard. This cardboard is kept in a horizontal way, okay, through a horizontal cardboard, such that the point P and Q forms the diameter of the wire or a coil. Okay, so here you can see this point P and Q, when you join it, this will form a diameter. Now sprinkle some iron filings on the cardboard. Now what we have to do it same way how we have done it for a straight current carrying wire, same way we have to perform here activity. We have to sprinkle some iron filings on the cardboard and we have to observe how the magnetic field lines pattern is. Okay, so when we spread this or when we sprinkle the iron filings on the cardboard, what we have to do, we have to connect a battery. Without battery the current cannot flow, so we have to connect a battery and we have to close a circuit. When we close a key to pass a current through the coil, we have to tap the cardboard gently. What we have to do, we have to tap the cardboard gently, little bit we have to tap on it. Then it is noted that the iron filings get arranged in a definite pattern. What we can note it, we can note it that the iron filings are arranging themselves in a certain pattern, okay, representing the magnetic field lines of the current carrying loop. To find the direction of magnetic field lines, a compass needle is used. Also in this experiment also, we need to use a magnetic compass to find out whether the current is passing in a circuit or no. Okay. The direction of magnetic field at a point is along the needle in the direction in which its north pole points. So we can also identify or also we can observe the magnetic field lines in which direction with the help of magnetic compass. So what observation we can do it here, when we sprinkle the iron filings in a circular loop, we can find the first one in the vicinity of wire at P and Q. Vicinity means what? Area. Okay. In the vicinity of wire at P and Q, the magnetic field lines are nearly circular. So you can see here near the end, near the pole, we can say here in a circular way you can find out. If this point is P, in this vicinity means in this area, you can find out the circles. Okay. In here also you can find out circles. That is the first point you have observed here. Within the space enclosed by the wire, that is between P and Q, the magnetic field lines are in the same direction. Okay, magnetic field lines are in the same direction. You can see here like this way, in the same direction it's moving. Okay. Near the center of the loop, the magnetic field lines are nearly parallel to each other, so that the magnetic field may be assumed to be nearly uniform in a same space near the center. But when you can see the magnetic field lines are far away from the center, you can see these lines, they can form a circle, but like this way bigger one circles you can find out. See now they are far away from the circle. If you draw like this way, these line also if you draw like this way, they are far away. Okay. At the center, the magnetic field lines are along the axis of loop and the normal to its plane. Then the fifth point I mentioned, the magnetic field lines becomes denser if the strength of a current in a loop is increased. Okay, as we have seen in the first straight current carrying wire, if you increase the current, the strength of the magnetic field lines near the end of this P and Q will be denser than the far away from this. Okay, the number of turns in the loop is increased. Okay, if we take a number of more turns in a loop, for example, if you take this circle number of turns, more number of turns of this wire, also you can find out magnetic field is denser here. That also you can find out here. Okay, so the magnetic field lines passes through the loop in the same direction. They appears to come out from the face of a loop on other side, so that the face behaves as a north pole, while the magnetic field lines appears to enter in at a front face of loop, so it behaves as a south pole. To understand this, I will go to the next slide so that you will understand clearly. So now you take this is as a circular loop. Earlier we had taken it like this way. Now you take it like this way. This is the circular coil. Okay, you consider these is the circular coil, and you can see here this is the current flowing like this way. Current is flowing like this way. If you take a right hand thumb rule, you can take a right hand thumb rule. If the current is pointing this side, just a minute. Okay, so for example, we have taken a current is flowing like this way. Now this is your hand, okay, right hand. If the current is flowing like this way, yes, the current is flowing like this way, so the your curved fingers, where it is showing the direction, that direction is your magnetic field line direction. Okay, so you can observe here, this current is direction is this side. If the current direction is that side, if you curved it like this way, you can get the direction of magnetic field lines. So you can see the direction of magnetic field lines. It is this side, it is anti-clockwise direction, and if you see this side, it is clockwise direction. You can see the arrow mark, it's moving like this way, and this is shown this like this way, it is anti-clockwise. So here also you can apply right hand thumb rule of a circular current. You can apply here right hand thumb rule. Here it is shown, see, this is the direction of current. Okay, and this is the direction of magnetic field lines. It is shown here also. So like this way, it is shown like this way. So it is the direction of magnetic field line. Okay. Okay, so the magnetic field lines are circular near the current carrying loop. As we move away, the concentric circles representing magnetic field lines becomes bigger and bigger. As I have mentioned you all, if you see this will becomes bigger and bigger. These lines will become bigger and bigger. Okay. At the center of the circular loop, the magnetic field lines are straight, and when it comes like this way and like this way, one point will come where it becomes straight. The magnetic field lines becomes straight. That only they are mentioned here. Okay. So next, the magnitude of magnetic field produced by current carrying circular loop or circular wire at its center is directly proportional to the current passing through the circular loop and inversely proportional to the radius of circular loop. So how the magnitude is depending on a circular loop? There are two factors. The first one is directly proportional to current. Directly proportional to current passing through the circular loop means if you increase current, and inversely proportional to the radius of circular loop means one is increasing and one is decreasing. So these are the two factors where you can find out the magnitude of a magnetic field produced. Okay, now we can study this with the help of polarities at the faces of a loop carrying current. You can see there on the page number clock rule. Okay, clock rule, clockwise current south pole and anti-clockwise current north pole. It is given in the textbook. You can go through there. Looking at the face of the loop, if the current in a wire around that face is in anti-clockwise direction, the face has the north polarity, while if the current at that face is in clockwise direction, the face has the south polarity. They are mentioned here. Okay. So, according to the clock face rule, look at one face of a circular wire. Look at one face of a circular wire. Here we have taken a circular wire through which current is passed. Okay. In the first one, if the current around the face of a circular wire or a coil flows in a clockwise direction, if the current flowing in a clockwise direction, then that face of the circular coil will be south pole. Okay, remember, if you have taken a circular coil and if the current is flowing clockwise, then that face of a circular wire will be south pole because the current is flowing clockwise. So, it is a south pole. When we observe the second image here, second picture, if the current around the face of a circular wire flows in an anti-clockwise, now you can see here, it's moving anti-clockwise, 12, 11, 10 like that anti-clockwise direction, then the face of a circular wire will be north pole. Now you can see this is the north pole. So these two things you have to keep it in mind. If the current in a circular loop is flowing clockwise direction, then that coil or that circular wire will be south pole. And if the current is flowing anti-clockwise, then the face of that circular wire or a coil will be north pole. So these two things you should know it. Okay. The strength of magnetic field can be increased by taking a circular coil consisting of a number of turns of insulated copper wire closely wound together. This also I have already mentioned. If you take a circular coil and if you wound it more, like I had given an example of a heater, but you have to take it very closely. Okay, very closely you have to take it. Maybe you have played also with a wire. Many turns if you take of that wire, what happens? The magnetic field also increases if you take a many turns of coil. Thus, if there is a circular coil having n number of turns, the magnetic field produced by this current carrying circular coil will be in n times, means more times larger as that produced by a circular loop of a single turn of a wire. The magnetic field produced by current carrying, okay, this is about the circular loop. So we have studied in a circular loop. So any doubt in a circular loop? Any doubt in a circular loop?
No, ma'am.
Clear about a circular loop? Okay. So in a circular loop also we have to use right hand thumb rule. Okay, so the next one is solenoid. I will just explain you in short because solenoid is not important for this year, but even though I'll go through and your meeting will end within 5 minutes. So the next class will start it tomorrow, but even though I will explain you about solenoid in a short. Okay, magnetic field due to the solenoid. As I have mentioned you all, the magnetic field produced by a current carrying solenoid is similar to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet. Okay, bar magnet you have observed it. The solenoid is a long coil containing a large number of closed turns of insulated copper wire. As in the previous one I have mentioned, you can see here it is like a heater, how it is taken. Okay, it is like a heater type and okay, and when we bring the magnet near to this heater type coil, we have to connect here one battery. when you have connected a battery, current is flowing in this. Okay, and what you have to do it, you can observe here, if without battery also, if you connect a wire here and if you take one compass near to the solenoid, if without battery also, if you take like this way and if you take a compass, you can see the magnet deflection in the compass. Okay, you can see a deflection in a compass. The magnetic field produced by current carrying solenoid is similar to the magnetic field produced by a bar magnet, and the solenoid is a long coil containing a large number of closed turns of insulated copper wire. This is not there in your portion. This time this they have deleted, solenoid is deleted. Okay, so this is not important, but even though I have shown the picture of it. So today we have studied about two things, that is magnetic field pattern due to current loop carrying current, and one more we have studied, that is magnetic field pattern due to a circular loop. So these two things we have studied today. Any doubt in these two concepts? Okay, and I want all of you have to be present for the class. I can find out here only 17 students are present today. Okay, so we will meet tomorrow again and we will discuss after this what thing is there, after solenoid what is there, that we will study, that is electromagnet. We will study tomorrow about electromagnet. Okay, I have not explained you solenoid much because it is not there for your portion this time. Okay, thank you, have a nice day everyone, and everybody has to be present for the classes. Okay.